Hey everybody, I am Dr. Adam Boonder. I am one of the co-founders of Regenerative Treatment Centers here in Leawood, Kansas, and I wanted to create this video to really help people understand what we do, especially when it comes to Lyme disease and chronic Lyme. Now, we are not claiming that we cure Lyme disease, that we treat Lyme disease, but what I will say is that we help to build the body, to restore the body on a cellular level so it can actually begin to restore, regenerate, and actually thrive the way that it's designed. There's a lot of misunderstandings, especially when it comes to Lyme disease, from the testing to even the symptomology. And it is really hard to understand this disease because it's so systematic in the fact that it can mimic things like MS and Parkinson's. It even mimics things like just regular osteoarthritis. But the one thing that I can tell you is that when it affects the body and affects the ones you love, we have to begin to open up our eyes and we have to begin to listen to what they're saying and what they're telling us. And I've learned that as a physician, even going with my wife. In 2015, my wife collapsed to the ground in front of me. We had been diagnosed with Lyme a few years prior to that, but it really hadn't manifested to a way that it became crippling for us. My wife was having seizures daily. She was bedridden, and at the time we had a 3-month-old, and that was even ripped away. And so her ability to even be a mom, to be a daughter, to be a wife, really was kind of thrown out the door, and it became survival. And so I began to research and I began to look on what can actually begin to regenerate her body. And we went through traditional medicine from the antibiotics. We were on over 100 pills a day. We then went to the non-traditional, and we saw great progress through vitamin infusions and different therapies to begin to restore her. But unfortunately through that, she went back to where she was before. She was lifted up and then was thrown back down. And that's really where I began to research and dive very deeply into regenerative therapies. When we talk about MSC-derived therapies, we're looking at cellular therapies and acellular therapies like exosomes and stem cells. And what my research taught me is how those therapies can actually regenerate our body if we're utilizing the right type of therapies. On top of that, my research brought me to things like ozone therapy, autoheme, where we can actually put ozone in the blood supply to reinvigorate the mitochondria and the immune system on a cellular level. We've learned everything from vitamin IV infusions and therapies that are very specific to help patients that have been suffering from Lyme disease and they can't get past that chronic bump that won't let them get over the hump to begin to regenerate. It's about building the body from the ground up, not trying to just detox everything and destroy the body and then build it. It's how can we begin to restore that body and get you to a life of vitality. So if you have loved ones and friends, I just want you to share with them who we are. Share with them this video, because at Regenerative Treatment Centers, we founded this place for people just like you, people that are suffering from chronic Lyme disease that haven't found that answer. So if you'd like more information, please give us a call at 913-951-5900, and we'd love to answer any questions that you have. We look forward to helping you, and we look forward to treating you and helping you live that life that you truly deserve.